He's pulling his cock out!
Holy shit. Here we go.
Son of a bitch.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst. So, yeah, at the end of the last video for those that don't know is the Christmas one, the Christmas event. I said I was gonna be right back, and that was the intention, and then Streamlabs crashed, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. When I had the AFK screen or whatever, I came back and saw it crashed, and you know, the stream went offline, and I saw the time and was like, it's too close to my bedtime, fuck it, I'll just start a new stream tomorrow. So yeah, that's why I just ended on that, because I was like, even if I come back, I'm only gonna have like 15-30 minutes left anyway, so I just decided to go to bed. I called it a night early and went to bed, so I was like, fuck it, we'll just do today what I was gonna do yesterday when we came back, you know. Anyway, so we're gonna start episode 2 today. However, there is something I mentioned this at the beginning of the Christmas video too. There were some things I wanted to show that I discovered about this game, well, about the Affinia private server, and it's best to put it into context by just hitting start here. I don't think it says it here, it says it in the next screen. Yeah. So when you log in, no matter which server you log in on, although I think it only does it the first time you log in. Yeah, I think it does, but I'm gonna show a video anyway, so it'll show it there. Before we start episode 2, we'll talk about this server here, this other US server called Diva Loca. The Crazy Diva, I guess? I don't know. So yeah, it only pops up once. Alright, cool. Doesn't matter. Alright, look, options, BGM, turn it off for now. Sound effects, off. And then I'll just go ahead and load into my own instance or whatever, so somebody doesn't try it. If somebody logs in here suddenly, they won't try to like start a conversation. I'm AFK and I can't even answer them there. All right, yeah, this will be better put in context if I just show the video that I recorded off stream. Yeah, let me switch windows or whatever. Screen capture. Well, let me open up the video first. I think it's this one, right? It doesn't have it on this one. What video was it that Was it this video? No, it's not. Okay, good. Good thing I checked this. Never mind. I have to... Alright, I have to quit out then. We don't need sound for this. I'm not gonna go back to... Here, I'll just do this. Much easier if I just... You know, log in with the other character. Sure, recreate. Doesn't matter. Do this quickly. I've recreated this character several times at this point, so I think it was this one. Yeah. Don't know when I'll get around to actually playing it, but since I'm not playing it right now, that's why it's pretty easy for me to just do this and be done with it. So no matter which server you log into, it tells you about this. You go, so I'm gonna go here just because it's, you know, appropriate. Here it is. It says, experience the thrill of PSO episode 1 and 2 again with 1x rates on this special purpose ship. With the removal of episode 4 and no boosted rates, you can experience PSO in a more pure form. Characters whom have participated in games on other ships may not participate in games hosted on this ship and vice versa. We hope that you enjoy another way to play PSO on Affinia. That's all it says. And on the website, it says the same thing. It basically gives you a little bit more detail, but it's the same. More or less, it's just telling you that if you play on this ship, it's like playing on the old classic GameCube version, the version I played 20 plus years ago, which was also ported to Xbox way back then. I think it was Xbox, the first one, yeah. Yeah, it was before the 360, yeah. Damn, this game's old. So yeah, the one for GameCube and Xbox, and what it actually means by that is that, and it says this on the website, you can progress through the story as it was intended in the old single-player offline version. So you have to beat the forest to get to the caves, you have to beat the caves to get to mines, and then the mines to get to the ruins, right, for episode 1? But what it didn't mention is that it recreates the entire experience in a way where, like, you even see the opening cutscenes with the you guys remember how I kind of complained a little bit about the very low quality FMV, that like introduction movie that played when I first started playing it on Affinia? They play the actual normal high quality version that you would see on the GameCube or Dreamcast version when you actually start the game here, which I'll show in this video. In fact, I don't even need to use the video anymore. I can just do it here. Because it's literally just going to show what I'm about to do. Like, I just looked at it. I just skimmed over it. So let me turn this back on to where it's supposed to be. 60% for both. So yeah, if you make a brand new character and you haven't gone anywhere, this is for the Affinia server. If you barely made the character like me, and you log in here first, and then you start a game here, this character gets flagged permanently as a classic, quote-unquote classic character, and can no longer play anywhere else except here on this one server, Diva Loco. And the difference is, when you decide to play one-person mode like this, well, you get the full introduction experience, like I just said, as if you had just booted up single-player offline in, on the GameCube version. See, it's not that low-quality FMV that we saw when I first started. If you go back and look at my very first Phantasy Star Online video, it's not this quality. Like, there's just a bunch of static images. Like, even the ship right there, it's not even animated. It's like watching a glorified slideshow. But the music is the same, and they show this also. So I'll go ahead and skip this, but it's just showing that it not only shows this, but then once it's over... Oh, escape, right. You get this. You get the actual introduction sequence that I briefly mentioned that they kind of took out of the game. So for Blueburst, they did that. But here, they brought it, the Affinia staff members who manage this private server, they brought it back so that it could feel like the authentic single-player version of the game that it was way back in the GameCube days, basically, before Blueburst. So this is basically the actual intro for episode 1 was supposed to be this. This is what we didn't see that I briefly mentioned. You literally start off by talking to Principal Tyrell, and he says, "Are you?" And then it puts your character name, in this case just Shadow. "The Hunter, I'm Principal Tyrell. We have a bad situation, we need to act quickly. Did you hear about the explosion on Regal? Very well, pay attention and listen to me. We've lost contact with Pioneer 1. We have no idea what has happened. We sent probes, but communication seems to cut off near the surface. What happened on Regal? What occurred on Pioneer 1? Are the people alive? Council made a decision to send a manned search team. You're a skilled hunter, we need your help. We have no choice, we need a place to settle on." He pauses, he says, could you... Pauses again. "No, it's nothing. Take care and good luck." Now, see, we have the context of having beaten the story, and we listened to all the voice message capsules from his daughter. We know what he was going to say there now. We wouldn't have known that if, you know, we saw this scene the first time, when we were supposed to, which is, obviously, he wanted to ask us to look for his daughter, but he couldn't bring himself to do that. In the position that he's in, he can't put his personal affairs before, you know, the needs of all the people he's governing. So, look, he even denies it. I didn't say anything. Go talk to my secretary. Irene will help you. I didn't say anything. That would be her. If you talk to her, he says, "Well, let me brief you on your mission. Once you're on the surface, check the status of the residential area. Checking the status of the central dome is a good idea." Which is, yeah, that's where you find the giant dragon. "A teleport has been set down on Regal, so you can go directly from here. It may be a little risky, so please be careful. That's all." He pauses. Excuse me." Here it is again. "Oh, sorry. No, nothing. I wish you the best of luck."
Bullshit!
"This is just between us, okay?" Now she's gonna say it. "The principal's daughter was on Pioneer 1. After the explosion, he's been constantly worrying about her. He can't even sleep. This is a personal request. If it's possible, find out what happened to her. He isn't in a position to ask you such a personal favor. Red Ring Rico, a famous hunter and a top scientist on Pioneer 1. Rico's his only daughter. Please look for her." We know how tragically that ended because we beat the game already. Frederick Rico is the principal's daughter. I hope she's safe. Sadly, no. Our planet was tearing itself apart. We couldn't stop it. So we searched for a new planet and found Regal with our unmanned probes. A huge interstellar ship was sent to Regal. That was Pioneer 1. Pioneer 1 confirmed Regal as a suitable location to settle on. And a second ship departed. That was us. Pioneer 2. Oh, sorry. You already knew that. You're supposed to, but of course it's kind of semi-fourth wall breaking because they're letting the player know the context of this whole story. Pioneer 1 and 2 are identical spaceships. Each Pioneer can travel in space holding 30,000 people. A very small population we have. We're the last remnants of our planet, you know? When our ship was led by Pioneer 1 signaled to land on Regal, we saw that strange explosion. Pioneer 2 decided to orbit Regal and collect data before landing. Oh, so you still see these announcements even here. I was against the immigration. If a planet dies, the people have to die with it. Don't you think so?
What? Bullshit! What the fuck?
I vehemently oppose that, actually. We should try to save the planet, yes, but if we can't, we should at least try to save ourselves. Like, no, I'm not going down with this ship if I can avoid it. No, thank you. You can do that, though. You can stay behind if you want. I don't know. I'm trying not to die, though. And yeah, that's it. So that's how the game was actually supposed to start. The intro we never saw, basically, from my first video when we started this. And then you can either go to the Hunters Guild and start doing the side quests exactly like I did. That part didn't change, thankfully. We got to see that side of the story completely fine. Nothing was cut. I would have mentioned it if it was. You just go here and there it is. All the other event quests are missing from this server. You just do the normal ones. You know, we did that. Been there, done that. And, or, you know, you can just go straight to the main scenario like last time. Just go right to Forest 1. See how all the other areas aren't available right away? And then there's the first voice capsule. Rico Tyrell. Our first voice message. And yeah, that's it. So that's pretty much what we missed. And I bet when you finish this on single player, I would have to test this. It probably actually rolls the credits when it was supposed to. It plays like the actual epilogue, which there's only low quality versions of it on YouTube. So I'm tempted to do this off stream just so that I can record without my face cam and voice commentary, of course. Record a proper, like, high quality epilogue sequence. I don't see one on YouTube, so I might do that and then make it public so anybody could find it without any commentary or anything. But then I could also play it when we finish the story again on the hard mode and very hard and all that. Because here's the thing, I'm not gonna switch over to this because for one, I would have to start over again from level 1. Fuck that. And 2, like it said, this server is meant to emulate the original like GameCube Xbox experience. So you don't get the boosted rates, like the weekly Regal Road boost things, like the double EXP that I got to enjoy from the Christmas event. Yeah, I can't do the Christmas event. And like I said, once you start a character here, it's locked into this place. That's why Shadow's name is actually blue on the character select screen. I'm gonna show that right now. You'll know your character's marked as classic once you've logged into that, and you can never play on any other server with that character again. And you'll know this by looking at your character list and seeing that that character's name is now blue, like that. So yeah, I didn't want to get locked into that, and again, we would have to start over if I wanted to do that. But apart from that, there's also the problem of, again, the no boosted rates. Yeah, like I wouldn't even be able to enjoy the boosted rates when we get like 1.5 EXP or something like that. It would just kind of make for a lesser experience because, like I said, I kind of wanted to experience Blueburst itself. So it kind of sucks that that's the only way to do that. I even tried, okay, I was like, wait, there's a way around this. I can open up a sandbox account, which Affinia has that as an offer. Affinia, the private server, offers you a sandbox account where you can literally just type in a command and level yourself up. I was like, I could just start a new game like that and level myself up to 33 like we are here. And then I can literally just type in commands, they're basically like cheat codes, to give myself the same gear that I have on this character. That's what a sandbox account is for. It's literally so you can cheat and just do whatever the hell you want and mess around. However, they, for some reason, I don't know why, they made it so that sandbox accounts, even sandbox accounts that go to that server, the Diva Loca server, cannot do any of that. They will act like a normal account. They will be the same as if I just played on this account, basically. You won't be able to spawn. I tried it. You won't be able to spawn items. You won't be able to level yourself up. You won't be able to do anything. It's just like playing a normal character on that classic Diva Loca server from any account. It doesn't matter if you're on a sandbox account. I don't know why they did this. If they just let you use the sandbox account for what it's made for that server too, then you could, you know, I could have actually just started over on a sandbox account. I made one just to test it too. It doesn't work. I could have just started over like that, and then we could have actually enjoyed the story the way it was meant to play out without having to worry about grinding back to where I was, basically, which would take days, obviously. And we could have gone from there, but unfortunately they didn't do that for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, it's completely out of the question. I'm gonna have to work on it. I'm still gonna do it, but off stream, basically. Just so that I can record without commentary the proper intros and epilogues for both episode 1 and 2. And then hopefully I'll have that done, since I'll be doing it off stream during my free time. Hopefully I'll have that done by the time we replay the story on hard mode, and then I'll just be able to kind of show the videos for the intro and the epilogue and stuff, and that'll be that, basically. But yeah, I won't actually be starting the whole playthrough over again on Diva Loca, because just for that, you know, for that to be automatically integrated, because I do want to be able to actually play with other people at some point when and that server is like dead. It's literally just for people who want to play the single player story again. We saw the few parties, but there's literally never more than like 5 users. That was the most I think I've seen. We saw 5 users there, but most people are playing on normal accounts. That's where you see like the hundreds of people and parties on the main servers, you know? So having a character that's just going to be locked into that server and can never play with anyone else outside of that, it's just kind of like, no. And then it's like, if I do want to play with other people someday, I have to make a whole new character, or basically come back to play this one, which is going to be stuck at level 33 if I start over with another one. It's just too much of a mess. Like, yeah, I'm just not going to do that. So yeah, I'll start over off stream with a character on that server so I can record the actual intro and epilogue properly, and we can have a high quality version on YouTube. I'll make it public. And then I'll use that for when we play on hard, very hard, and ultimate to add that little bit of extra immersion, I guess, whenever we start those difficulty playthroughs, basically. Give me 1 second. And so, since I brought up the sandbox account, I did mess around a little bit with it and decided to kind of, I decided to mess around a little bit and recorded a bit of it. This is only going to be like, this is only taking like a few seconds just to show you guys what it's like. But again, the sandbox account, what you're going to see isn't possible, and I tried it. If you go to the Diva Loca server, even on a sandbox account, it won't let you use any of the cheat codes to spawn items or level yourself up. I tried it. Doesn't work. It just works like a normal character account. So it kind of defeats the purpose of using a sandbox account for the old GameCube experience. It's just kind of like,
Bruh.
not a big deal in the end. It's literally, for me, it was just a way of trying to get the proper cutscenes integrated into the game the way they're supposed to, the way they were supposed to for the single player. You know, it's not like a huge deal, but it would have been nice if, you know, if they had not done that, so then I could have just started over and been at level 33 immediately again. But unfortunately, it didn't go that way. Alright, so let me see. Let me open up the video. This is just kind of a shits and giggles kind of thing. I'll show you guys what the fuck I was doing when I decided to, after I realized I couldn't use a sandbox account for what I just said. I still decided to just, you know, make a normal version of the character on, you know, like a normal server like this. Yeah, this is the one. And this is also how I tested the mag color for Vaughn if I had started with the white and blue outfit, which I regret. I should have done that because the mag actually, the final version of the mag that I got, Rati, looks better with these colored wings, I think, based on the image. We'll have to see once I actually get it in game. It might not, that might not be the case. But that's why I'm raising a whole nother mag like I mentioned last video too. Yeah, here, let me play this. There's no music because I turned it off, but there's the sound effects. So yeah, I just decided to give myself a fuck ton of materials. I found out there's a cap, which is 250 of any combination of materials except HP and MP. So if you use like 250 power, defense, whatever material, or a combination of it that totals up to 250, you can never use any more materials ever again on that character. Meaning you have to use them mindfully for a certain build. So you can see the ticker on the top saying how many I used. Because they have a chat command to tell you how many you've used on each stat. So you have to really take that into account, and there's your total, 250. When you do that with your character, because it's like, oh shit, later if I wanted to, you know, build my character differently, I can't. Affinia's got you covered though. They have a chat command that works. You don't have to have a sandbox account for this. On any type of account, you can... I'm leveling myself up so I can put on this double saber that I had on the GameCube version 20 years ago. It's like the strongest double saber. Not really the strongest, but one of the rarest and most prestigious looking ones, kind of. But what I was saying is that Affinia has a chat command that lets you reset your material usage. So that if you fuck up your build and you don't like it by the end game, you can reset back to 0 and then use different materials to get the build you want, or different stats basically. But you'll have to find the materials all over again, which kind of sucks because they're rare. So you should still probably think about it if you're making a normal account. On sandbox account, we'll just do what I did: spawn yourself 99 of whatever material you want and just spam it. Cause see, I need 900 attack power to put on the double cannon. I have 889. I used the 250 power materials, wasn't enough, so I had to level myself up a bunch of times. I think all the way to level 56 or 57 is what I had to get to, just to meet the minimum attack power requirements to put on this double saber that I used to have back in the GameCube days. The normal version of it is a single saber called the Lavis Cannon. It has this glow, this purple glow to it, and then the double cannon basically just puts another one connected end to end on it, you know, Viper style, like I mentioned before. Like we saw Ash wield a double saber, and I talked about it then. Yeah, look at it. It looks pretty fucking cool, like that. Yeah, there's a single version of it, and then there's a double saber version, which is this. I remember finding a few of these, and it became my final go-to weapon for the rest of my GameCube Phantasy Star Online career, basically. And it's called a Lavis Cannon for the single version, or the double cannon for this double saber version, for a reason. It has the word cannon because, well, it actually shoots cannonballs, but they're obviously photon energy laser balls. So I decided to demonstrate it here. I was like, well, this is something to look forward to. We probably won't find one of these, like, on stream. We won't see this weapon on my normal account until we get to Ultimate. We're not finding one until then. Because it's that rare. But it's something to look forward to. These fucking shoots lasers everywhere. It's pretty cool. So it works as a... It doubles up as a long-range weapon, kind of, sort of. Or at least medium range. See how the name Vaughn is in, like, that dark gold? That's to denote that it's a sandbox account that's basically allowed to use like cheat commands and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was pretty much what I wanted to share. What I brought up yesterday during the Christmas event thing, you know. I can switch back to this. I'll close this out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That was what I wanted to share. But yeah, I'm raising a new mag because I think that white colored mag that I would have gotten if I started with the white and blue outfit, like you saw in that video. I think it's gonna look better with in its final Rati form with the white wings. I don't know, but I'm gonna raise it and find out. Let's put the music and sound effects back on. There we go. All right, now we can start. So again, because I'm not on the Diva Loca server, we won't see the proper intro on this character for episode 2. So I'll switch characters to show it on that. But we'll get to see the opening intro to episode 2. Now, in episode 2, it's important to note it was basically an expansion pack. Just like episode 4, when they released Blue Burst, they released it with a brand new episode called episode 4, which was just another expansion pack. So it's not as long as episode 1. I said it before, the meat and potatoes of the game is episode 1. That's the base game, so it has the most content. And episode 2 and 4 were kind of just add-ons, you know? Let's see what happens if we choose episode 2 on Diva Loca with this one. It should play the intro. I don't know if it'll just go straight to dialogue or if it shows the actual cinematic intro. Either way, I have us covered. I have a YouTube video of it pulled up, so... Let's see. Episode 2. See what happens. Yes, here it is. This is the intro. Phantasy Star Online episode 1 and 2 for the GameCube and Xbox. Good, I don't have to pull up the YouTube video. You can just see it here. Oh, the other cool thing about this is you can reset your story progress without resetting your character to level 1. It gives it a lot of replay value once you've leveled up your character. So you can just literally start the story fresh all over again, but with a fully leveled up character. It's like New Game Plus, basically. That you couldn't do on GameCube or Xbox. So I do appreciate Affinia for that, for letting you do that. Side fucking pistol. So yeah, we're getting a preview of some of the new zones too that we'll see in episode 2. There it is.
Son of a bitch.
So yeah, we won't see this on the other character for reasons I just explained, literally. But we do get a proper intro sequence. This will give us context to what the story of episode 2 is, of course, aside from the intro. So here it would say Vaughn, right? So Hunter Vaughn, thank you for coming. I'm Natasha Milarose, General Chief of Pioneer 2 Research Facilities. I don't know how long this takes place after episode 1, after discovering the fate of poor Rico Tyrell and killing the god monster Dark Faults, and saving the world. But, well, saving the universe, but, it's sometime later. I just can't remember if it's years or months later. Anyway, she says, this is your first time in the lab, right? This is the center of all Pioneer 2 research facilities. We simply call it the lab. The incident on Regal, the mysterious underground ruins, and ferocious life forms, I'm sure you, as a hunter, have experienced them all. Here, we conduct research based on data collected by hunters. Then, we report our findings to the administration. What we would like to discuss with you today is not a direct order from the administration. We can think of it as a mission request from the lab to all available hunters. I will explain briefly. We discovered a new point on Regal's surface from our own research. It all started with a communication we recently received from a man. This man was a high-ranking official from Pioneer 1. But here's something that really bothers me. Based on the log we received while we were traveling, this man had passed away a few years ago on the surface of Regal. So we want to find out what happened to him. But this mission involves a high amount of risk. And this mission must remain a secret. In order for us to measure your ability as a hunter, you will have to go through a series of exams. An aide will assist you with further details about the hunter's exam. I look forward to seeing your great results. We're not forcing you to take this mission. Accept or decline, it's up to you. I will explain further about the Hunter's exam, this other dude says. The exam will take place in a virtual reality system in the lab. There are 2 VR fields for the Hunter's exam. Temple and Spaceship. These 2 VR fields are divided up into 3 areas. Alpha, Beta, and Final area. Once you finish Alpha, Beta, and Final, you will have cleared the Temple. Then you will return to the lab and we will reset the field. You may come back to the lab before completing the field if you want. But we recommend that you complete the exam as quickly as possible, but don't waste too much time. To get to the VR field, go down the slope, turn left, and you will see a blue gate in the back. Go through the gates and you'll see a teleporter. Good luck. That's it, there's nobody else here. Again, I don't remember how long after episode 1 takes place, but I think this is it. This is the main hub as far as I know. Where does this take you? I think this takes you to the shops. Pioneer 2, we hear the Christmas music again. Yeah, we can explore all this on Vaughn. There's a medical center. And we'll check all this out later, but we'll actually start the main scenario anyway. This guy, right? This is a teleporter to the surface here. You may not use this until the chief gives her permission, so stay away. Yeah, that's to actually go down to the new areas. Well, even the VR areas are obviously new, but you know what I mean. Research on machines, DNA, and photons are being performed here. Yes, I know. I wish the researchers would get along better with one another. Hello! What's behind the gate is the lab's latest VR system. The administration and the military have no knowledge about this. The examination will start from that moment you're transported to the VR field through the teleporter, so be careful. Okay, the first stage you have to complete is VR Temple. There's 2 VR stages, and then eventually, after that, the second half of the game is that teleporter over there. This takes you to what is basically the meat and potatoes of the main story for this game. There's only 2 side quests, so we're pretty much just gonna... We only have main scenario, the main story, so this episode will go by a lot faster than episode 1. And then the 2 side quests both take place in the same area, which is over here, so we won't be doing the side quests for a while, because we have to do the 2 VR areas for the main scenario first. And yeah, so there is some dialogue in between, of course. As you finish the VR areas, you have to come report to her, and she'll tell you, okay, like, now you can go to the surface, yada yada. We obviously won't be able to see those, because I assume these NPCs just won't even exist, since it'll be in kind of like the multiplayer mode. Even if you put one person, when you're playing on the normal servers, you don't get the extra story cutscenes, so we won't see any of that, unfortunately, like just like what would happen with episode 1. But it can't be helped. The only other thing I could do is like take a month off streaming just to do that off stream, you know, starting the new character on the classic server off stream, and then we can have the proper like story cutscenes, but obviously I'm not going to do that. I'm going to work on that on the side, and then, like I said, I'll hopefully be able to integrate it for when we start the hard mode playthrough after finishing episode 2 and 4. But until then, we're just going to have to keep playing the game the way I started it already. Which again, I still kind of prefer, because you get the extra boost and everything, so... The EXP and everything else that they boost every week. Once a week, for like that month-long cycle. I was gonna have to make characters of both types eventually, basically. The classic and the normal type of character. I was gonna have to do that regardless. Anyway, let's log into the actual normal character now. I was destined to have to do that. I was gonna have to make 2 copies of at least my main character, this one. Relation? Well, no, there's not really any point to that. But if I'm that bored in the future, sure. But yeah, for the most part, I have to replay the story with this character on a classic account or whatever. a classic character type like this. But for now, we're just gonna keep going where we left off on this version. This was something I wish they would have explained on the website. The only thing that's my main gripe with it, is that the only thing they explained on the website is that you would play with the normal 1x drop rates, so you wouldn't get any boosts. And that was kind of it. They never mentioned that you would also get the full immersion of the single player story from back then. They just said you'll have no boosted rates, you know, none of the new weapons and items that were added to Blueburst will appear, and it says episode 4 wouldn't be included. So that's the other reason I would have had to make a normal character, the one we're gonna play now. Anyway, because we wouldn't have been able to play episode 4 on the classic character. So I was gonna have to, basically no matter what, this was gonna happen. As I'm talking about this, I'm realizing this was unavoidable. It's me having to play the game twice, basically. For the immersive, the full immersion of episode 1 and 2, classic character, and then to play episode 4, the normal character, a non-classic character like this. It's just like, bruh. Again, all of that would have been fixed if we could actually use a proper sandbox character in classic mode, but for some reason they didn't program that in. I don't know why. It is what it is. It just means I have extra homework to do off stream now. Oh well. Good thing I enjoy this game, or else I wouldn't do it. That'd be too much work if I didn't. But I do. I do enjoy playing this game on and off stream, so. So yeah, episode 2, one person, normal. There we go. Is this where you get the side quest in this area? The Hunters Guild for episode 2? Yep, here it is. That's it. Those are the only 2 side quests that exist for this entire episode. Just an expansion pack, so it just doesn't have as much content. Yeah, that's it. The second quest sounds like we could do it right now because of the virtual reality stuff. No, it includes virtual reality, but it also includes a non-virtual reality area, so that would be a spoiler until I do the main scenario for the VR stuff first. So yeah, we can't do any of them yet. Either of the 2. What do all these fools say? Were you surprised to see a guild counter in a place like this? Kinda. The Hunters Guild is here to support everyone on Pioneer 2. With support from the administration, more guild counters are going to be built. There's always work for hunters. Oh, glad to hear it, son. Lobby. Oh, that takes us back to... yeah. The lab seems hectic these days. The administration's one thing, but even those government lackeys are taking advantage of the military's weakness. They'll be sorry. See, now we actually have context for that because I did the proper intro. The proper story intro with Shadow. What we just did before I switched to this character. Since this area has a lot of important offices and facilities, it would be wise to keep a low profile around here. There's a lot of confidential information flying around. The administration and the military are involved in spy activities here. So be careful, they may be watching your every move. Really? Ah! Who are you? It says it's been a while since the explosion. There hasn't been any official announcement from the government. Okay, so it presumably hasn't been that long since episode 1. I wish they would tell us something. I wonder if the rumor is true. Even if you've already beaten episode 1, episode 2 starts with the same intro. The chick kind of just acts like you're some new random hunter. It doesn't really imply that you're the same character, basically, as the... oh, these are the shops. As the hero from the first episode, basically. They did it because they kind of wanted it to... They kind of want the 2 episodes to... they want you to be able to start with either one. You don't have to beat episode 1 to get to episode 2, basically. So they just made the dialogue make it seem like, you know, like you're a different person instead of the same person that was sent down for the episode 1 events, you know. It's a little immersion breaking if you did play them in order, but that is what it is. Alright, I was gonna pick up something. Good thing I found the bank here. I'm gonna pick up the mag. Oh yeah, I'll be leaving the Khaled Bulb because technically I found that on Salacia and I found it on hard mode. Since we're not playing hard mode yet, I know I use it for the Christmas event, but since we're not playing on hard mode yet, technically Vaughn hasn't like really earned or found his first like special weapon, which only happens on hard and above. So I'll keep using the Soul Eater for now. And then once I switch over to hard mode, if I don't find another special weapon in the forest, because the 1.5 times drop rate is over now, that event, the week is over for that event. If I don't find it, then I'll just pull out this one and use it. But as long as I'm playing on normal, I'll just keep using weapons that only spawn on normal, like the Soul Eater, which obviously doesn't spawn per se, but you know, you find it through doing quests a certain way. Oh, I think I already picked it up. I think I did this off stream right before I started. Yeah, there it is. It's the mag I'm gonna replace the current Rati with. I have to raise it the same way. The white colored one that I would have had if I had started with the white and blue outfit. Which even if I'd done that, I would have eventually used the dressing room, paid 10,000 Meseta or whatever, to switch over to this outfit because I like this outfit better. You guys have anything new, or is it the same old bullshit? Yeah, because it's based on your level. For the shops. New shopkeepers, though. You? Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. Well, this NPC hasn't changed. The medical center nurse still looks the same. Who are you? Hunters are hardly ever seen in this area. This is a high security area because of all the government facilities. The famous lab is located in this area too. Please watch your manners as many high-ranking officials work here. Ah la la. Grown-ups are always complaining. The people from Pioneer 1 are only lost. They'll be back. Ah la la. Copium. Sorry, kid. I've already confirmed they're all dead. Oh, Regal doesn't look that pretty anymore. It's covered in like some kind of fog. Bad weather rolled in. This whole lot of nothing. Yeah, it's kind of neat. New expansion pack gives you a new like sort of lobby for shopping and everything else. It does just feel like one giant lab though. It's very enclosed, you know. Not for the claustrophobics, that's for sure. What's this supposed to be? Why can't I go in there? It's not like this big expansive city looking area like in the first episode, you know? And yeah, just like the first episode on a normal server slash character, yeah, the story NPCs are not here. I'm curious to see though if when we do play the multiplayer version, the government quests, maybe they reintroduce the story properly, like the single player version of the classic, you know? But it does mean that in order to get the full immersive like story experience, you have to actually play the multiplayer version, which is hard as hell if you're on your own. You'd have to find people to play with, otherwise, you know, you're gonna get your ass kicked. Because the difficulty will be tuned for 4 players, and you're just by yourself at like level 1 or something, you're gonna get your ass handed to you. So here's the first 2 areas for VR Temple and Spaceship. Minor spoiler there. We're only supposed to know about Temple until we finish it. Okay, there's those areas. Well, actually, I need to see so I know when the side quest. When can I do it? Okay. Okay, now I know. So yeah, as soon as we do the first 2 VR areas, I'll be able to do the 2 side quests because they don't go past the central control area. So, all right, then let's just do these 2. We're probably only gonna get through this one tonight. Yeah. VR Temple Alpha. Virtual reality, yo! VR Test Field. Transmission from Temple Area Alpha. Accessing. Hunter Vaughn. Hello? Can you hear me? How do you do, Vaughn? This is the lab. Welcome to the VR field. I'm your support operator, Ellie Person. Ellie! Holy shit, it's her!
Dylan!
Nice to meet you. You guys remember her, right?
Bitch.
She was the one who went looking for her boyfriend Kalis and then found out Kalis was an AI. We helped her on that quest. I knew she was important. I was like, I know this side quest on episode 1 is very short, one and done, but I remember her playing a bigger role later in the story. Here it is. Let's see how they're pretending you're not the same character, because she would know who we are, you know. And since those are side quests, they're for side story, like even if they had done that, they can't really... They didn't want to go through the trouble of making unique dialogue, checking to see if your character did that quest or not, basically. So she could be like, oh, it's you, you know. Again, a little immersion breaking if you did play episode 1 thoroughly, unfortunately, but they had to make it new player friendly. So, she says, what's in front of you is our latest portable communication terminal. I call him Cal. Well, we know who that's a reference to, Kalis. So this is basically what she did with the backed up data of Kalis. What do you think? Cool, huh? The design? Nice lines, eh? Sexy? Oh my god! She's like... you can access the terminals you find around the VR field. You'll get support from us there and receive field information. She realized she was getting horny on the job because obviously she didn't care that Kalis was an AI. She still managed to find herself sexually attracted to him, I guess. So, I mean, she's confirming it right there. She's like, look at this device. The curves, the lines. They're sexy, aren't they? She's, what would you call that? You know how they have like zoophile or zoophilia or dendrophile for like somebody who's attracted to trees or animals, you know? What would you call someone who's attracted to computers in a sexual way? There's got to be a name for that, right? Like what type of phile is that? Or philia? What type of philia is that? That whatever that is, that's Ellie now. He says, when you see a terminal, go ahead and access it. But during battle, you probably won't be able to access them. You should be able to access one if the green light is lit. I mean, if we end up getting androids with advanced AI in the near future, it's going to become a real thing anyway. People are going to be having sex androids, you know? She says, oh yeah, and this hunter's exam will test your ability as a hunter. Don't stress too much though, it's just practice training. Keep in mind that in VR space, everything works the same as in reality. So don't slack off. Oh, sorry. He keeps pausing. Yes. I said I'm sorry. I'll be more careful in the future. Oh, she's talking to somebody out that we can't hear. Who do they think they are? Oh, they told me not to open my mouth unless it was necessary. So they're basically saying she's yapping. That's the life of a rookie. Anyway, be careful. It's not Regal, you know. Good luck. It's just a VR simulation of what the wildlife found on Regal. But yeah. Again, this is tuned for being able to start here with a brand new character, so the enemies are going to be as weak as they are in the forest area of the first episode, which means I'm not going to have any trouble for a while. Damn it, I thought that would reach him. You notice the music playing right now is like a... kind of like a remix of the forest area. At least the battle music. It's like a remix of the Force Zone music from episode 1. An ice trap, really?
Bruh.
Oh my god, I can't attack. It had the perfect rhythm going. So the drops won't be much different from like starting in the forest of episode 1, which means I'm not gonna wait around for rappies because not that desperate for low-level common items anymore. At my current level, nothing's really gonna be that valuable anymore unless I start playing on hard mode, but I wanted to finish episode 2 and 4 on normal mode first. That's the other thing about the classic characters, like playing on the Diva Loca server / ship, is that's how you have to progress if you play the one-person mode. Which is like in GameCube and Xbox. It doesn't matter what level you are, you have to clear the main story on normal first before you're allowed to go to hard, and then very hard and ultimate. So I think if you do the command to reset your story progress, I think it might reset you back down to normal. So if you're like level 200 and you do that on a classic character, you'll have to beat the game on normal again just to unlock hard, and then do it all over again just to unlock very hard and ultimate. And you know, if you skip dialogue and just rush through, that's not that much of a pain in the ass, but it is a thing you'd probably have to do. You can reset your story progress, but you can't get it back. You have to be sure you want to do that, you know? Yeah, that's gonna be the plan. Is off stream I'll make a classic character, a classic version of this character basically, and I'll beat the story again, and record the proper like the cutscenes that we missed from playing on a normal account. The cutscenes and dialogue we missed wasn't too much, but in fact there's a lot more we're gonna miss in this episode, unfortunately. And then when we start playing the game again on hard mode, I will include those as, you know, I'll play the videos for them that I recorded as we go through the game to give the story proper context. But we're not going to have too much context, unfortunately, outside of those devices that are kind of resemble Red Ring Rico's little voice message boxes or whatever. Like that little VR thing we talked to Ellie with, right? We're going to see things like that even on the second half of the game. Those will give us some context, but we won't have the in-between cutscenes like when you talk to the lab people, because they're not there. We won't have those until the second playthrough, unfortunately. So I'm kind of glad I decided to include the hard mode playthrough for part of the hard mode replay, I guess I should say, the replay of the story on hard mode, as part of the main series of videos for this on my channel. Very hard and ultimate will likely be unlisted videos, so I don't clutter my channel with way too much Phantasy Star Online. That will be in a playlist for the long grind, as I mentioned when I started this entire game. So if you want to know more about that, just watch the very first video of this series on this channel, and you'll see me explain the introduction to the long grind series for it. Any game that I enjoy as much as this, that I plan to do a long grind in, will be part of that series, in that playlist. For this game, the long grind is reaching level 200, so that playlist will have all the playthroughs of this game. Normal, hard, very hard, and ultimate. And then after ultimate, whatever the most efficient method of grinding is to get to 200. What was on that side? Or was that just a dead end? I was too impatient to see. Oh no, that's another route. Okay, let's go see what's over here. Blood yapping. What's blood yapping about? I have been yapping, but, you know, necessary context for the things I discovered about this server between when I finished the story of the first episode and this one, so. I forgot this weapon slowly drains my health. I didn't realize it'd gotten so low. I'm starting to think this was the right way, and the other way was the detour. Shit. That was a one-way trip. Where the fuck are we? Okay, extra loot. That's basically all this was for. Hidden out of the way little area for more stuff. And we're already full. Alright. Doesn't pop in right away. This is the new telepipe area, huh? Not as close to the shops as I would have preferred, but it's not further away than it used to be. All done. I know there's nothing valuable. It's a beginner, like, level 1 area, so... pretty fast just to offload all that shit. I don't have to really look through it, you know? Where did it take us back to? Oh, okay. Yeah, so this was the detour. Good. Fucking hell, man.
Fuck you, suck!
I just wanted to go through. I was like, come on. Whatever. They took away the visual indicators that told you when it was gonna go down. Even these Dominions, even though they're from the ruins, they're tuned down to level 1. To a level 1 character that, you know, is just... Again, they wanted to give you the freedom to start from episode 2 if you preferred. Of course it targets that guy instead. Assholes. Yeah, new mechanics. Well, not a new mechanic. We could do this in episode 1, but there was very few instances where you could do this. In episode 1 in the ruins, there was some debris you could break. Like this. But it was targetable. That's how you knew. Now it's hidden. Like, there's no target. But yet you can hear your weapon hitting it. So you have to actually explore on your own. And try to smack something that looks like it's breakable. And hope that it is, basically. Mostly just for extra areas with extra loot. I don't think any main scenario areas. Yeah, see? I don't think any of the main scenario routes require you to break open walls, but it's something to remember for episode 2. They obviously are trying to keep it fresh, adding new mechanics to the exploration and everything. I don't know how long after episode 1 this came out. I haven't looked that up. I assume like a couple years. Alright, Ellie, what's up? Ellie says, VR test field. Transmission from Temple Area Alpha. Accessing Hunter Vaughn. So the machine says that first. Kalis. And then Ellie says, Vaughn, this is the lab. Hi, it's Ellie. How's it going? Oh, I forgot to mention something before. You know the creatures in the VR field? Yeah. We're using creature data that's being collected by hunters on Regal. I gathered. They're all enemies I've seen before. But it's been adjusted to match the danger level we expect. That's where she's letting you know. Like, the Dominions are from the ruins, but they're tuned down to, like, level 1 or 2, basically. Since this is obviously a starting zone for episode 2. But the research mission at the new point, and there's one more big difference. The ecosystem. Hey, this is important. Even creatures that live in totally different areas on Regal can interact and create whole new ecosystems in the VR field. Sorry, you didn't hear that from me. I hope they didn't hear me. She paused for a bit. Oh, what the heck? Vaughn, do you know what this means? Not really, no. I don't know what the hell you told me all that for, actually. All I know is you want me to prove that I'm strong enough to take on the real mission later. I gotta kill these fuckers from episode 1 first. Honestly, most people might consider this like kind of bloat or filler. Really? Dude, I swear I was fucking clear of that. Wow. Because you don't get to see any new monsters from episode 2 until you get to the second half of episode 2. It's like...
Bruh.
So the first half of episode 2 is kind of filler because you just see mostly monsters you already saw before. There's these VR simulations that we're doing. Even if I brought the Callid Bolt with me, I'd probably be using this anyway, just to hit more enemies. Since everything dies in like 1 or 2 hits. Yeah, I'll wait until I'm on hard mode or above to use weapons like that, even if another character found them. There's the nest. Oh, it's a tough motherfucker here. So they're not necessarily tuned to like level 1. That's because episode 2's difficulty scaling is definitely steeper. Like, they did still kind of design it around you playing episode 1 first. But at the same time, it's not over the top at the beginning anyway, because they did want to give you the freedom to start from here if you wanted to. It's a brand new character, but you will have a harder time if you start from here with a brand new character rather than from episode 1. I mean, look, I'm level 33 and it takes me like 3 hits to kill one of those. So one-shotting everything. Now I feel like Karik at the beginning of episode 1. almost at his level, right? He was level 35. Yeah, he was one-shotting everything with this weapon. Get the hell out of here. I'm eventually gonna have to double back over there to see what the hell that was. Okay, this is obviously the right way. Easier to tell when you look at the little communications bots or whatever the hell those things are. I like how they didn't shy away from letting us know that Ellie developed a fetish for like computers. Like a full-on sexual fetish for computers because her long-distance boyfriend ended up being an AI. It's like, I call this device Cal, and look at its sexy curves and lines. It's like, what the fuck? Like, too much info, right? Yeah, we didn't need to know that, but thanks. The statue of Tyrell. Principal Tyrell. That poor guy must have been devastated to hear that his daughter was, you know, not just dead when we found her, but turned into that giant dark monstrosity god. Dark faults. Well, she was made into a puppet for it, you know. That bastard took over her body. This thing pretends I can target it, then it doesn't actually let me hit it, so it's like... There we go. She fought bravely to save the universe, but then she ended up fucking turning into a flesh puppet for that god-awful thing. It's a horrible way to go, man. I said it at the end of episode 1, I'll say it again. It's a horrible way to go. Getting possessed by some evil demon monster. An evil god monster, I should say. The god of destruction is what they called him, right? Wait, so this connects back to this area over here. This is where we got that extra loot earlier. Yeah, using the warp over here, right? Yeah, okay. That's interesting. I didn't think it would reconnect over here. Makes a nice little shortcut, I guess. I think they added unlockable shortcuts like this because of the fact that if you die without escape doll and have to like go back to Pioneer 2 and you didn't set up like a telepipe, you'll have to run all the way back through like the entire main zone just to get back to where you were. That's a problem if you're really far away from the starting point of the level, you know? Well, sometimes it benefits you to leave a telepipe even if you're not, like just as a checkpoint. Even if you're not planning on using it right away. Leave a telepipe so you can actually, if you die, you can teleport back to somewhere relatively close to where you died pretty quickly. Not a bad idea. Just extra loot. We got that already. Okay, back on the main path. VR test field. Transmission from Temple Area Alpha. Accessing Hunter Vaughn. Ellie says, Vaughn? This is the lab. Hi, this is Ellie. How's everything going?
Dylan!
Maybe you've noticed already, but part of the VR field really seems like a maze. Yeah, I'm used to that from the caves and the mines, though. And the ruins. I guess it just shows the true personality of the original architect. Sorry, I'm talking too much again. I think she's implying that it's Tyrell. Principal Tyrell, Rico's father. I think he's the one who designed this. She says, before you get lost in the maze, I highly recommend you check your position with the area map. Fuck. Does it look like he was training his daughter when she was a child, in a VR sort of environment? We only saw a brief glimpse of that in the credits epilogue sequence of episode 1, but yeah. It looked like that was the case, I don't know. Annoying fuck. This area is a lot bigger than I thought. Do you remember there's supposed to be 2 zones? Well, 3 actually, but I'm pretty sure the 3rd zone is just the boss fight. Still, we haven't even reached the end of the 1st zone. Holy shit, like the first area, I guess I could call it, for this zone. The VR temple. It's kind of nuts. It was longer than I thought it would be. That's not really a remix of the forest area music. It's more like it samples some of the forest areas, some parts of the forest area's music. It samples some of it, especially for like the battle transitions. Other than those samples, oh, there we go. There's VR Temple Beta. Good. Yeah, it definitely just samples some of the forest music a little bit. But that's it. Now here's where a normal weapon would... In fact, yeah, you know what? This might be faster. Yeah, that's way faster than using the scythe. Holy shit. Another pipe and get down. Every time I see the word pipe, man, I'm laying some pipe. Can't believe I'm laughing at that. Actually, I can't believe it. Oh wait, I just bought the antidotes. I forgot to sell off all this shit. Considering some of the jokes I make, some of the humor, it's like... Good. I know I won't be able to learn Ryuker for another level at least, so I'm not gonna bother checking for now. For later. I don't think I'll be leveling up here though, so... Well, it won't even matter for this stream. Damn. Yeah, the medical center is not too far away from the shops this time. I should probably actually use it to refill my health and technique points when I need to. Oh, the sun is setting now. That's how you know you're in VR Temple Beta now. VR test field. Transmission from Temple Beta area. Accessing Hunter Vaughn. VR field Temple area beta setup complete. Fun! You ready for the next area? Okay. Be careful and good luck. Thanks, Ellie. All that just for her to say that. Thanks. Brilliant.
Bruh.
I got far away enough for that guy to run off. Damn. Asshole. Get this fucker up to speed. Let me see what it... Yeah, let me see what it looks like. Right now. Okay. A nice silver glow. Even this version already goes better with this outfit. Than the dark blue one that I thought was gonna be the better choice. Oh well. It's not terrible. The color's too subtle. Like that transparent hue that it has, I feel like it'll look much better with a white color for the wings, you know? Yeah, that white transparent wings I think will definitely go better. They'll also fit my hair a little more, so... Well, I had no idea what it was really gonna look like. There was a gallery of pictures, but I didn't see it right away. And we had already started the game, and I wasn't gonna restart the character. It only hit me until later. I could have made a second character, which I did, but I mean, and then transferred it using the shared bank account or whatever. It didn't hit me until I had already finished the game at least once, though, which is why I'm barely doing it now. Sorry, we got plenty of time to raise the new Meg. Take this one's place. Oh shit, it's this guy. What's up, asshole? Okay, hold on. Oh! Oh well, not what I meant to do, but... There. Much faster. Kiss my ass. Right. Oh, wait. Gonna have to switch over to dye fluids soon. Getting to that point. Mono fluids ain't cutting it anymore. They definitely didn't last long during the Christmas event quest. Holy shit. What an asshole. We got assholes coming. He died out of bounds, so he probably didn't drop an item or you just don't get it. Frick. Okay. Wait. No, it's a wall. Ugh. Can you do this at point blank? Yes, thank God. You don't really hear the damage from the, like, any audio feedback of damaging the wall when you're using the pistol. You don't hear the actual. Okay, that's the right way. So then let's go back and check those other rooms. So yeah, I couldn't tell if I was actually making progress towards breaking it or not because you don't hear the feedback. Oh shit, I didn't see that. Fuck! So that leads there. Let's go south. Yeah. Go back, continue going back south. Can't see shit up in here. At least they made the camera colliding with the walls not too annoying. Could have been way worse. Oh, this leads to a whole nother room. Wow. This whole zone is really just... Well, this whole area of this zone is definitely nothing more than a labyrinth. As she was saying. Wrong side. Okay. Shit. That's close. What's over here? More of the same. Holy fuck, they went all out and creating a huge labyrinth here. Okay, well I didn't finish exploring the rest of the other. This is sort of reconnecting us back to the main path a little bit. I didn't think I finished checking this whole... I just went right into the next room. Yeah, I went from there. I didn't finish checking the rest of this area. This thing's back here. Jesus. This is definitely more of a labyrinth than... Like, it's more exploration focused than combat focused, this area. The Alpha Quadrant was not quite the same way. It's not really a quadrant, it's only 2 halves. The final area is just the boss. Shouldn't do anything there. I'm gonna go up first here because I think going to the right is probably the correct path. Like that probably moves us forward. Okay. If I hadn't gotten stuck on that wall, I would have gunned it. I would have gunned it. You know what? I want to try the daggers. Oh, dude, I can't see the fucking... Well, thanks. The whole point was to see the animation, but that fucking thing wouldn't let us. I think I already demonstrated it before, though. What was Ellie gonna say here? VR test field, transition from temple beta area, accessing Hunter Vaughn. Ellie says, Vaughn, this is the lab. Hi, it's Ellie again. Hi, Ellie. It's a :3 right there. How are you doing? It's starting to get a little tough, isn't it? Well, the labyrinth, sure. If things get too dangerous, you can just exit the VR field. Ah, this is just between you and me, okay? What matters in the Hunter's exam is how many areas you've cleared. You can keep trying as many times as you want. Vaughn, if you pass the Hunter's exam, then... Uh-oh. Phew. They didn't catch me this time. He paused again. Anyway, good luck! Jesus Christ, Ellie. Are you speedrunning losing your job? could have been bad. It looked like a massive bomb. Frick. Oh look, it's a rare monster. An R lily. What is the boost that is active for this week? I don't think it's the rare... I think it is. Yeah, I think it's been a full month since I started playing this game. Because we started with rare monster, and then it went to something else before we got the double EXP. And right now the extra bonuses from the Christmas event are still active. So if it is rare monster, which I think is 1.25 times, with the Christmas bonus that's still active, it's like at 1.5 as a spawn rate. I saw the same one twice. The Nar Lily. So many different paths. I feel like this is the right way. What's gonna happen here? It was a trap.
Oh shit! You bastard!
It didn't turn off the lasers. Oh, there they go. I had to kill the enemies first. I see. I thought I was missing, but no, it takes 2 hits. There. Oops. I meant to do that, not... Totally believable that mosquitoes of that size can pick up this giant thing and just lay it down like that. Fucking big ass delay. This is gonna reconnect with the old labyrinths, isn't it? Those traps can make short ass work of you. There. I guess I should call them turrets, right? Okay, so this is the right... Oh! Yeah, that's the final... Okay. Well, now we know where it'll come back to. I think the other path down there is eventually going to link back up to this area right here. The bottom half of it. Yeah. Now we gotta go all the way around. Go back down that way, and then we'll reconnect in the same spot. Looks like that's where this is going. I'll save some of my health by doing this. That was damn close. I just zoned out on that. Much easier to take care of those guys like that. I'm forgetting to do this. Antidote, not anti-paralysis. Yeah, it's right here. Good, they made things more convenient in this episode. Thank you. I'm gonna sell all this shit. Well done. And Rappy. Bye, you little shit. I'm gonna reconnect with that bottom labyrinth over there. Or not? Oh, it's gonna lead us to that switch from before. But we'll be on the right side of the river. Yeah, there we go. Good. Went the correct way first. Yeah, because now we reconnected here, and that's it. Now we've explored every square inch of this zone. Excellent. Alright. Go to the final zone and beat the boss and get out of here. Damn it. I forgot which menu I was in. Yeah, I got it back. It wasn't a complete waste, I guess. VR test field transmission from temple beta area. Accessing Hunter Vaughn. Vaughn? Lab here. This is Ellie. You doing okay? You're coming upon the final temple area. According to the setup data, Arba... What? Can't seem to read it. That's odd.
What?
Anyway,
What the fuck?
these creatures will be unlike anything else you have encountered before. Please be careful. Well, only because we're pretending I'm not the same character from the first game, from the first episode.
Surprise, motherfucker! Son of a bitch!
Yeah, it's literally a VR version of an upgraded Day Relay. Reused content, like I was saying earlier. The whole first half of episode 2 is like semi-reused content. But it's got new mechanics, see? Holy shit, I can't believe I dodged all that. Oh, this buff just got wasted. Oh, you can't hit them. You just run. They added new mechanics. It's all good. I bet this is basically just an unused design concept for Day Relay. Barba Ray, it's called. That's why she said Barba. Oh god, here come the tentacles. I'll tank it. I'll face tank it. I don't give a shit. Classified as an altered beast, just like Day Relay. Oh, let's one cycle it. Let's go. Don't hit me with the fucking tentacles. There we go.
Son of a bitch.
There we go. Easy. Get one cycled. Shit, I have to come back to pick this shit up now. Got to telepipe back to town so I can make room for all this shit before we came in here. Damn. VR test field. Transmission from the final temple area. Accessing Hunter Vaughn. VR field final temple area cleared. Good job, Vaughn. All VR tests for the temple area have been cleared. Please return to the teleporter. We're about to disconnect the link. Don't leave me stuck inside the matrix. So yeah, there would be another cutscene and dialogue with the main head honchos here, but since we're not playing on Diva Loco, we don't get to see that, unfortunately. It's alright, I'll have it all ready for the next playthrough, even if it means I have to play through quite a lot on an alternate character off, an alternate character version of this character off stream, but it is what it is. There was no avoiding it, like I said, because on that character, the classic character, we won't be able to access episode 4, so either way I was gonna have to make two versions of the same character. Like, yeah. Again, if they had just allowed sandbox characters to actually still be able to use their sandbox abilities on the classic, you know, on the classic server, the Diva Loco server, it would have been fine, but no. Maybe it was a technical limitation. Maybe it wasn't a choice. It was just something they couldn't do. Because it's programmed so differently. I don't know. But either way, let me, go offload all the shit I found. Right. There. Where did I come from? Over here. I would say that's a long run back, but now that I have the whole map unlocked, I can actually just see that I can move pretty quickly diagonally through. I was gonna say, please fucking make it. Go, go, go! Okay, good, that wasn't terrible. It could have been way fucking worse. There we go. Well, thanks, little mag. Not like I needed it, but thanks. I guess the only saving grace about having a normal account, I think, still an assumption until we do it, we won't know, is the multiplayer government quests probably cover the main story that way, and add more like meat and bones to it, I think, rather than just picking up the voice capsules and stuff like that. We'll see when we get there though. Too early to tell. Maybe that'll make up for, you know, not being able to get the full single player experience like this without a classic account that doesn't get all the buffs and everything. We'll see though. We'll see. I guess we'll find out later. Good, one more feed. One more feed. There. Alright folks, like I said, I'm calling it here. The VR temple was way longer than I thought it would be. It was gonna be my only dungeon for this stream anyway. I guess it worked out that it was a little longer. Got to make it a fuller stream. And I still get to go to bed on time, which is the most important part. Yep. I finished it right on time, so thank you very much for watching as always. I appreciate it. Whatever platform you're watching on, you know, Twitch and YouTube, I appreciate it very much. As I always say, please take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, don't die. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. And I will see you all then. Peace. I gotta start grinding on the classic version of this character. I gotta make it and then start grinding on it. Fuck. Fuck! Ooh.